Uno, dos, tres. Hey guys, we are coming to you today with our comic book haul that is actually for March, so better late than never considering it's basically April now. Sorry about that. We've had them for a while. It's just one of those things we haven't gotten to sit down and film the video. And also, Wayne didn't get that many this time, so it was also a little bit sad for him. So
some months are different than others.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just hop right in here. And you want to start off, or you want me to, or?
Yeah, I got three. I'll start us and end us out.
Okay.
So, the first one I got is issue number 3 of Comic Book History, which is the manga edition. This is one of those that I'm all about, being a history teacher and such. I love learning about different kinds of histories, and I think it's just more than appropriate to learn about comic book history through reading a comic book.
Perfect. Okay, the first one that I'm going to share today is from the Dark Crystal series, The Power of the Dark Crystal, and this is number 11, I believe, of 12. And so this is the next to the last in the series. The series is almost over. Super sad, but at the same time, great to be finishing up a series as well. The next one that I'm going to do is also Jim Henson, and I'm going to take this one out for you guys. It's part of that fairy series that I've had. This is number 3 of 4, so there's only one more left. But I thought this one was particularly interesting because of the way that it's done. So it's actually, you read it like this instead of like the traditional, book style. So, anyway, I thought that was pretty cool on that one. And so this is next to the last for the Fairy series by Jim Henson. Next, another one that is now over, The Kingsman. This is the last in the series. It's 6 of 6. So that is another series that I have that's ending. So as you can see, a lot of mine are ending or fixing to end. But I'll show you in a minute. I also have some others that are just starting. This is another one that I'd gotten the Three Stooges a while back. And it wasn't so much a series, but they went ahead and they ordered me the next one that started. And so this is the Three Stooges, and this one is called, let's see, Shimptastic, I can't even say it. The Shimptastic Shimptacular, which, he's one of the characters. So anyway, so this is a 1. This is a number 1, but it's just, even though I have the Three Stooges series, it's like a different set in the series. Let's see, I've still got quite a few, so I guess I'll do a couple more before you share your next one. Let's do this one. This is the Rocko's Modern Life. This is number 3 in that series. So excited to have it. It's one of the nostalgia factor type series that I do. Yeah, so this one, I wish that they actually had like names so I knew beforehand, like maybe which episodes it was covering and that type of thing. But it's just the 3rd one in the series. And I think you can do one more now, and then I'll do my other ones, and you can do the last.
All right. This is going to be The Walking Dead: New Order, 2 of 6, and I think I need to check whether or not I own the first one.
You
or not.
Yeah. I remember you specifically getting that one.
All right. Well, then that just means I don't have to order the first one, so that's nice. I have been teaching new curriculum for English, so I've been reading more books than comics, as sad as that very well sounds. But I'm definitely going to be cracking into this over the summer and going forward with that. I like the show. I'm hoping that it is similar to the show. I've played board games that are similar, but not the actual The Walking Dead board games yet. So I'm hoping it is a nice mesh between the two, or maybe takes a side road or something like that.
To me it seems like it's more of a futuristic version or something.
Yeah.
Based on the first cover in this one. I haven't read them, but anyway.
Go ahead.
Yeah. The next one I have is a number 4. This is in the Jetsons series by Hanna-Barbera. They had originally come out with the Flintstone series, and I gobbled that one up, loved it to death. It's definitely like an adult version of these cartoons. As you can see, this is Jane, and she's definitely a lot more grown up. She's not just like, you know, the little teenager anymore. But anyway, definitely love the Jetsons, love that series. Again, nostalgia factor. Here's another nostalgia one for me. This is Goosebumps. I just started getting this one. I missed number 1, but I have 2 and 3. This one just says a monster something. See if I open it up, if it finishes that or tells me exactly. Monsters at Midnight is what this one is called. So, yeah, definitely love Goosebumps. One of the very nostalgic figures is right there, actually. The dummy from like the Puppet Master type style. Another one that is nostalgic. Most of the comic books I get are based on nostalgia, I think.
Well, you get them based off nostalgia, and then you discover this is not really like based off the cartoon that I grew up with.
It's made for my age. It's made for the people that grew up with it, not people learning about it now.
Exactly, and I think that's why you love to grab them.
Yeah. So this one is the second one in the Back to the Future Tales from the Time Train. This one is really cool as well. Again, with the nostalgia. I actually just saw a thing today, and I guess it had the original characters from Back to the Future and what their makeup from making them look 30 years older looked like, and then what 30 years actually made them look like. And it was really funny because most of them looked like way better than they did in the show, as far as like with the 30-year-old makeup or 30 years of age makeup. But Biff looked like exactly the same. It was really funny to me that he pretty much looked exactly the same. They pretty much nailed it with how he looked. All right, so this next one is actually not nostalgic really, but because this isn't too old, but this is Tangled. And it's the first in that series. And as you guys know, I do teach 4th grade. And so this is something that I could bring to school and not have an issue with, the kids reading it if they wanted to. And also, I love Rapunzel. She is, as far as growing up, she obviously wasn't my favorite Disney princess because she wasn't around. But now that I'm older, she's definitely one that I can relate to the most, with the long blonde hair and hitting people over the head with frying pans and things like that. Definitely my kind of personality. Okay, and I've saved my favorite, the one I'm most excited about, I guess you could say, for last. And that is Jim Henson's The Labyrinth Coronation. And this, guys, oh my goodness, I've already read it. I couldn't help myself. I had to read it like as soon as I got it. But guys, this is Jareth's backstory. That's what this is. This is how Jareth became Jareth. And it is just amazing. And this is number 1. And it doesn't say how many there are going to be, actually, which really stinks. I like it whenever they tell you how many are going to be there, so you can sort of plan ahead and you'll know when it's over. But, oh my goodness, it is just really amazing. The Labyrinth, I grew up with it. I love it. And it has all your favorite characters in there, and then you're being introduced to some new characters that, I don't want to spoil, but it's basically Jareth's backstory, and it's just awesome. Okay, and then your final one.
All right, my last one, I feel like it's issue number 35 of Rick and Morty, and finding out this month that Rick and Morty has not been ordered for the next season. I feel like this is how we're going to get our storyline from here on. I mean, time will tell whether or not we get the cartoon back or not. If we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. But so long as we have these, this is going to be our best way of more or less continuing the storyline and going from there. And
as long as they keep it up.
well, yes, so long as they keep it up. But I would like to think that the sales have been really good for this.
Yeah, I mean, Rick and Morty is one of those things, like, people, like, there's a lot of Rick and Morty merchandise out there, so I'm really surprised that they're cutting it now. But
well, it's going the same way as Futurama. I mean, Futurama started, it was canceled, started again, canceled again. It was canceled 3 or 4 times before they finally just ended it. So I feel like Rick and Morty is going to be the next Futurama.
I mean, it's because of Rick and Morty that they brought back the Szechuan sauce
Yes.
in McDonald's. Like, that's a big deal that they actually were able to do that just based on a cartoon show, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's interesting. It's interesting to me that it's ending, but hopefully they'll keep the comic book series up and eventually bring it back. And who knows, maybe you'll end up seeing some of the things that were in comic book form become
Cartoon.
become the cartoon.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fun.
All right.
Anyway, that's going to do it, guys, for our March comic book haul. We're actually picking up our April comic books probably this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. So, so we'll probably end up with an April comic book haul sooner rather than later. But anyway, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.